Hey everyone, it's your friend Kyle Winn, and January 2022 is already in the books. And here we are now in the first week of February, so that means I now have your market update for the first month of 2022. I'm really excited to bring you this market update because it's always a lot of fun to see how the market reacts to the start of a brand new year. Now, it has still been busy for buyers and sellers, so let's dive on in and see what has been different so far here in 2022. As always, we're going to start off talking about new listings, and in January 2022, we saw over 3,000 new listings hit the market, which is up from December at about 2,200 new listings. Now, if you recall from my last market update, I suggested that new listings tend to bottom out in December, usually due to the holidays. And the number of new listings we saw in December was actually the fewest we've seen in any month in at least 10 years. We can see now with this jump in new listings that sellers are starting to get back into the market, which should help with the problem of low inventory that I'm sure you're all very familiar with by now. Now let's talk about closed sales. In January, we saw over 2,600 listings close, which is less than every month that we saw in 2021, but is actually a pretty good number for the month of January in general, since most people don't really tend to start their home search right around the holidays. So this tells us that buyer demand is still high, and you can expect this number to increase over the coming months as new listings increase as well. As for the median number of days on market, we saw this at 16 days for the month of January, and this actually matches January of 2021 when the median days on market was also 16 days until it bottomed out at 8 days last summer. Now, we all know that homes have been selling very quickly over the last couple of years, so it will be very interesting to see if the median number of days on market follows the trend that it did in 2021 and may actually decrease throughout this year of 2022, or at least into the summer. Now, overall, even though this number has been slowly increasing over the last 6 months or so, it is still very, very low. Now to talk about month supply, this was actually only at 1.1 months for the month of January, which actually matches what we saw in December of 2021. Now, knowing that the month supply is still at a record low number, we know that recently more homes were being sold than were being listed for sale. And again, this is another indication that the current inventory of homes is still struggling to keep up with the number of people who are in the market to purchase a home. However, I did just tell you that about 3,000 homes were just listed in January, while about 2,600 were sold in January. And if new listings continue to outpace sales, then we could see the month supply increase and, in my opinion, actually improve the market. Now, this month supply is a historic low, and it definitely does not help the number of buyers out there. Now to talk about the average sale price. For January of 2022, the average sale price here in Riverside County was over $654,000, which is actually more than $25,000 higher than what we saw in December, or an increase of about 4% in just 1 month. All right, now home values have historically increased in value around 4% per year, all right, not per month. And speaking of that, the average sale price 1 year ago, January 2021, was about $534,000, which means that over the course of a year from January 2021 to January 2022, we've seen the average sale price here in Riverside County increase by up to 22%. Now, the average sale price does tend to increase over the first few months of the year, so this may not be at the top yet. However, some other factors could impact this, like mortgage interest rates. Now, speaking of mortgages, you may have heard that interest rates have already increased in 2022 after reaching an average low of 2.96% in 2021. And while you may recall from my last market update that the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac conforming loan limits have been increased to over $647,000 in Riverside County for 2022 to help more buyers qualify for loans. But if interest rates increase too much, that could force some buyers to put their home search on hold due to higher than expected mortgage payments because of these higher interest rates. Now, I have heard that we can expect interest rates to increase a couple more times throughout 2022, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. So all you buyers out there, make sure you're checking in with your lenders regularly to make sure that no matter what interest rates are doing, if they go down a little bit, if they go up a little bit, or whatever the case may be, that you can still comfortably afford the homes that you are pursuing. Well, that's all I have for you all today. So if you found this video helpful, please let me know by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. And I'd also love to hear from you if you want to drop a comment down below. I will see you in the next video.